Good evening, everyone. Today is Friday, January 17th. It is 7:47 p.m. and about 3 degrees Celsius here in downtown Toronto. I see Robert Michael in the chat. Harjot, Wani Martinez, Silver CS, Flick Hunter, Gertej, Cam, Aiden Thompson McGuire, Jennifer Haley, Chris Griffin, Zach McNally, Sheena Roberts, Drew Costin, Eileen Dover, Susan Jeanette has joined us. B. Coleman is here from a very cold Alberta. The Villain Baileur is here. Marge is here. I was debating even live streaming tonight. I was just across the street at Union Station having kind of a shitty fast food dinner after recording a video. I'm not feeling that well, but I'm not really going to get a chance to live stream tomorrow. I probably won't be able to live stream again on this channel until Monday at the earliest. And I tried to wait out Ken's premiere, but it was just bad timing, so I had to go ahead and start this stream because I'd like to get home and catch some Z's at some point. Tiana's here. Whoosja. Ricardo, thank you for tuning in. We're just in front of Union Station. There's someone with some very glittery pants on. I don't really have anything in store. We're just going to kind of meander around maybe for an hour or so. Like I said, I just want to get some fresh air and some steps in. And I don't think I'll be able to go live tomorrow. The city seems kind of quiet tonight. Greetings, Jellybean. Thank you, Casey's mom. I'm feeling okay. Just have zero energy today. I woke up, I worked out, and then like 6 or 7 hours went by and I didn't do anything. I was awake, but I didn't watch anything. I didn't do anything on my computer. I still don't have a video ready for tomorrow in terms of being edited, so I think we all need a lazy down day sometimes. That was me today. But thank you so much, everyone who has tuned in. 206 of you already, just 4 minutes and 45 seconds into the stream. Just a reminder, I am streaming in 4K at 60 frames per second, so do hit that settings cog and make sure you've got your quality maxed out, providing your system and internet can handle it. Thomas Laborte, sorry if I mispronounced your name, but thank you for joining Silver Tier channel membership. Thank you, Thomas. Next time I update the ending credits of my regular videos, you'll be able to see your name scroll by on the closing credits. There's an ambulance across the street with its lights on. Drew says that was you 2 days ago. You barely got out of bed. Yeah, that happens to the best of us, eh, Drew? Like, I couldn't even make it through a YouTube video today. But it was like 5:30 p.m. or 5 p.m. I had no steps in, so I went out and I took a walk, and then I made a video, and I had dinner. Now we're doing this. Maybe this will wake me up. Greetings, John Nicholson. She was asking how much to go to Brampton. I bet that cabbie's eyes lit up. Oh, that'll be $5,000, please. And I only accept card. And I will charge your card in a very suspicious manner and hand you back one that looks just like yours, but is not the same. There's a guy in a cowboy hat. We are at York Street. There's a lot of people flagging taxis. A whole generation of people unaware that Lyft and Uber exist. Where should we go? Walk on Front Street for a little bit, maybe? Greetings, Christos. Jason says, what's the vibe downtown tonight? It is quiet. It's a little bit early for like the going out at night crowd though. Holy cow, 10 real from Marcelo Yukio Shirashi. Hugs from Brazil. Ossington 611. You lived there in 2007. Marcelo. It could also be Marcello. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I hope you enjoyed your time in Toronto. You must feel nice and warm and cozy down in Brazil right now. We're getting a bit of a reprieve from the super cold weather, but you can probably hear some of the wind gusting. It's not the warmest night. Put my phone down for a sec. West Coast Walker, aka Robert Saberwall, went live from downtown last night. We're gloved up. Going west on Front Street West. I think the camera is in wide angle mode.
No, it's because we blocked.
There we go. Alright, we're going to keep moving here. I don't want to pick up a copyright strike because they play Don't You Want Me Baby. Let's run right by that. I guess I could have just muted it. West Coast Walker, I saw you wandering around last night. I think there were a few moments where we weren't really sure was up. Hope you're enjoying the city. Let's go north up Simcoe Street. I feel like I'm walking straight into some wind right now. If it gets really bad, I could plug in my audio that has a wind muff. I have my DJI Mic Mini and receiver on me. I just didn't think I would need it today. This is Simcoe Street. There is Scatabush across the street. New building, check the lobby. It's a giant bank of elevators, and you need to pass through security to get to the elevators, or at least you need to swipe your card or get a visitor card. It was never like that at First Canadian Place when I worked there. Cam says it's freezing outside. It's 4 degrees. It's not too bad. 3 or 4. I'm glad I started this live stream. I ordered something for pickup from Staples, and I'm not sure if I want to go get it. And they close at 8 p.m., so this meant I have no chance to go get it tonight. It was an item that was on sale, $400 off, and then there was that little banner, don't pay tax on this item. I was like, oh, only one left. So I put it in my cart. And I clicked pick it up. Then they sent me an email like 10 minutes later saying, your item is ready for pickup. I was like, I could always pick it up on my way home from making videos tonight, but I've got all night to talk myself out of it now. I think they hold on to items for like 5 days, and then the charge they put on your credit card or the hold disappears, and they put it back on the shelf. Greetings, Pepe for life, as we go north up Simcoe. It's a little nicer, not walking directly into the wind. Porto John. I don't really want to touch the handle, but I'm curious if that's really open for just anyone. There was something on Reddit about, I think if you're under 35, you can get cheap tickets to see the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. Not sure how that works, but there was a thread near the top of the Toronto subreddit the other day on that. All right, let's go on King Street for a little bit. Should be a little livelier than what we've seen so far. We're in the entertainment district. There's the Elephant and Castle, Charlotte's Room, some popular bars and restaurants across the street. I'm currently walking over the Canada Walk of Fame, standing on Deborah Cox. Oh, that's Robert Goulet. Julian Christian Lutz. Don't know who that is. Kurt Browning. Popular figure skater when I was growing up. Jan Arden. David Cronenberg. William Shatner. Martin Short. Gordie Howe. Rush. Royal Canadian Air Force. It's a pretty extensive walk of fame. There's a little speakeasy across the street. Head in there and ask to go into the back room downstairs. If you're lucky, they'll take you to a hidden doorway and tell you to not take any pictures while you're in there. David asking if there's any Broadway shows in Toronto. Well, outside of New York City and London, this is the third largest, or has the third largest amount of theater shows in the English-speaking world in Toronto. There's the Royal Alex here, the Princess of Wales right next to it. On Yonge Street, you've got the Elgin and Winter Garden. And the former Pantages Theatre, now the Mirvish Theatre. There's also Massey Hall right there. You got Meridian Hall just to the south at Front and Yonge Street. There's a big performance center up in North York as well, but the main ones are these ones down here. Muhan 139. Thank you, Muhan. Thank you for the support and the super chat. There's also a lot of smaller theaters with like off-Broadway type stuff. Well, I guess everything's off-Broadway since we're in Toronto, but you get the idea. Bedbug Doug says, I feel like Taco Bell. Guess what I just had for dinner? I had a burrito supreme from Taco Bell. And it was both gross and delicious at the same time, as you would expect from Taco Bell. Needed something quick and dirty. That 504 is going all the way to Broadview Station. Hey Lucy Cafe. This is Restaurant Row. I think it's been about a month since I streamed along here at night. Oh, this place isn't open. District. They must have gone under or being renovated. Oh, closed for a private event. On a Friday. Oh, the lights are off. Someone spent a lot of money to get that place locked up.
How's it going? I'm like, oh.
Marcelo, how about Burrito Boys on Peter Street? Is it still there? No, that Burrito Boys, that was the original Burrito Boys. That is gone. And the Burrito Boys on Adelaide Street, right around the corner from it, is gone as well. Burrito Boys still exist. You know, there's probably more than them, or more of them than ever, but those two staples of the old clubbing district are long gone. I think the one on Peter Street changed names to something completely different for a while. And then the building Well, it's claimed by developers and it has been torn down since then. It was in like the basement of an old house. That's the Pigeon Cafe and Bar on the left. This is Peter Street coming up. We're at least north of King. South of King, it's Blue Jays Way. Here's the Burrito Boys not too far from where I live at Yonge and Davisville. The one by Ken might have to close soon. There's plans to redevelop the building it's in. That's another way of saying tear it down and put up a shiny condo. Jamesy says district is permanently closed. Well, that makes sense. Didn't look like a private event was taking place there. And that's a look north up Peter Street. Thanks for the info. Christos, there is. Just go into Google Maps and type Burrito Boys and you'll see it. Bedbug Doug likes Osmos. I have not had Osmos in a while. Euro Nation says, what are your thoughts on Mel Gibson? I think he's a certified nut job, but a damn good actor. I'll watch what he's been in. Struggling to walk. You could, even if I was a chick, you couldn't pay me enough to wear shoes like that. Just jacking up your back and spine. And what happens if you're in a situation where you have to run? You just take them off and hope you don't run through a bunch of glass? Tim Hortons. It's a quiet ass night on King Street. Haircut for men, $25. It's a solid price. And that is an escape room, Manor Lounge. Spurrier says, why don't women harm their feet for stupid shoes and their backs? I think it's just one of those things that we've been doing for a very long time. Shoes like that actually came about by the privileged class in like the middle ages. There was a strong desire to wear footwear that the working class couldn't wear. That's how we ended up with these narrow shoes with pointed toes. It was a way to say, haha, I don't need to work on my feet. I can wear these extravagant things on my feet while you have to wear practical shoes because you're a blue-collar worker. And for some reason, we hung on to those ridiculous designs. Shoes to this very day are still too narrow and pointy. Even modern running shoes. And we still elevate the heel, which makes no sense. I could go on rants about how stupid modern shoe design is, but it all ties back to fashion from hundreds of years ago. We are at Spadina and King. Mike says Chipotle is more popular downtown now than Burrito Boys, which are more prominent in Scarborough. That's probably true. Although Chipotle is a mega corporation, there is a local chain. I'm definitely a fan of both places. As we wait for the light to cross, here at one of just 3 grand unions in all of North America. The other 2 are also in Toronto. That's an intersection where streetcars or trams can turn in any direction. It's a very complicated infrastructure. And there was a garbage truck that took this very intersection out not too long ago, and it caused a week of chaos. It had its dumpster up and it ripped through the cables up ahead. Mohammed says, just to let you know, last week in London was -1. So the grass isn't always greener.
I did buy him.
There's a look south down Spadina. We're just gonna go in a loop here. Maybe, let me think. Maybe I'm thinking where we'll go. Maybe we'll go over to Portland and up to Adelaide. That might work. That guy walking on the street was kind of like walking right on my heels. That's why I stopped. Wasn't sure if he was following me or just randomly meandering around the city. But my spidey senses says, let's see what he's up to. "100 marble days." Don't know what that means. Paris, Texas. That place will be packed later tonight. There's always a big crowd in front of it. Most of those venues, the ones that don't have restaurants or bars that operate all day, all right, so my spidey senses about that guy are confirmed. Something felt a little off. There he goes across the street again as we go by a place called Barrow. Trish says a dude is back, be careful. I think that guy was harmless. But worth keeping an eye on. Another fire engine coming this way. That place, Early Mercy, doesn't open until later. And where Four Brothers Pizza and Wings is, used to be a pizza. Test vehicle. There's Belfast Love across the street. Leandro, 1090 Real. Thank you so much, Leandro, for the support and the super chat. Much appreciated. Oh, there's a crowd of people over there. Arcade bar, street food. There's Mademoiselle. Public Gardens? That looks like a nice place. There's a Burger's Priest, now open till midnight or later every day. Or later, just if they randomly decide to be open. Probably that means Fridays and Saturday nights. If business is good, they'll keep the lights on. This place had the misfortune of opening just as the pandemic was getting underway. Fortunately, they were able to survive all the shutdowns. There's Earl's. As we walk through, I don't really have to worry about music copyright walking through here because I think all the loud music from the different places all sort of cancels each other out. But I do, let's mute it for a second. We back as we go west on King Street West. Momo Loco, that used to be Poutini's. Lisa is here. Oh, huge thanks to all 745 of you. Now 758. Just a reminder to hit the like, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified when I go live next. Probably Monday or Tuesday. And I should be live Sunday night over on the Johnny Stumbles channel. I think that's a new Starbucks in the area. Right next to Lavelle. Greta. Something smells good through here. Oh, Oretta. I knew that. I knew it wasn't Greta. There's an Oretta up at Yonge and Eglinton. I'll get a look right into the staging site for an Ontario Line station. Paul Blunt. Oh, yeah, that's me. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Friendly dude. Just said, are you Johnny Strides? He's giving me a thumbs up. Paul Blunt, $6.99. I got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. That tonight's going to be a good night. Not going to sing it, but thank you, Paul Blunt, for your musical stylings and the very nice $6.99. Cheers to you. Funky Child says, Poutini's used to be your favorite until Nom 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 opened. On the left here used to be the Banknote Bar, a local institution, a fantastic bar. They do have another location over on the east side on Adelaide Street East, but it is very much not the same, despite being a pretty cool bar in its own right. They've kept the facade. But fortunately, the Wheat Chief was spared from the wrecking ball. The oldest bar in the city, right across the street. They shut down and remodeled over the pandemic. Well, there's another viewer across the street. As we look along King Street. Is that West Coast Walker, Robert Saberwall? That's my guess as to who that is. I can't see very well. The lighting's not great here, but I'm going to guess that's Robert. How's it going? Good. Mr. Saberwall.
Yes.
Good to meet you.
Good to see you.
What are you up to?
Just hanging out. How's your walk so far?
Good. You want to stroll for a little bit?
Stroll for a while.
We are joined by West Coast Walker.
Hello, everyone in the chat.
How long are you in Toronto for?
Just till tomorrow afternoon.
Then back to the West Coast?
Not right away. I'm going to go somewhere else first.
Holy crap, it is Siren City tonight. Wow. Marcello, or Marcelo, sorry if I got that wrong, 2 Real, Piccadilly nightclub. You are bringing back memories, my friend. Piccadilly Circus is long, long gone. Piccadilly was several blocks east of here, just north of King Street. But no, Piccadilly, long gone. I remember going there with some friends on a few occasions as we go north up Bathurst Street. So you were live last night?
Yes. Sorry I missed the chat there you made there.
I missed lots of chats. It's all good. Hero Nation says Siren City is back. Yeah, we've seen, like 8 or 9 emergency vehicles go roaring by with their sirens on already. It's kind of nuts. There's the Maverick Beer Shop.
So you're going 4K 60?
We are 4K 60 frames per second right now, and this stream has only used up 4 gigs.
And you don't use Prism Live, right? You use something
No,
else.
I've got 3 connections going right now.
Yeah, you've got some serious shit going on.
Well, you used to need like a streaming backpack to do that.
Oh, yes.
And like networking gear and a battery, but these days you can just do it all. Well, this actually just came out. Well, someone's night.
I feel like the 4K looks awesome, but the 60 FPS even looks even better. I feel like that.
I feel the move
it?
is if you're a 1080p streamer to bump it up to 60.
Yeah.
I think you can do that in Prism. I don't think you can do that on Prism Android yet.
Right.
But I think you can on iPhone. The 60 frames per second is everything.
It looks so awesome.
When I have uploaded the daily vlog I uploaded was in 30 frames per second, and I even got comments on like the walking part saying like it was hard to watch the 30 frames
because they're used to 60, right?
Yeah, it just looks like a slideshow in 24.
I don't know what they mean by more cinematic at 24. What does that mean? Like, I think 60 looks more cinematic if you ask me. I mean, I think it's kind of subjective.
We're trained to associate 24 frames per second with cinematic because that's what movies were traditionally made in and still are.
Gotcha.
Except for a few like The Hobbit. So like the motion blur is more natural. But general rule of thumb for fast-moving stuff like sports or walking, you want 60. For talking head stuff, where you're just in front of the camera, 30 is fine. 24, never. Unless you're making a Hollywood movie, do not use 24. It looks like a slideshow.
Yeah,
And anyone watching on a 60 hertz screen, 24 does not divide into 60 hertz. So there's like frame interpolation going on. So it's not, you're not even seeing things the way they're intended. But 120 hertz screen, 24 does divide into.
Oh, okay.
Little
And
nerd
then
talk.
you can do 120 FPS on your phone or no?
Yeah, but not at 4K.
Gotcha.
JD says 24 looks like film.
Yeah.
So we're at Richmond Street. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll go up to Queen for a little bit. And maybe we could come back down to Adelaide. I'm going to start going back east at some point. But Richmond and Adelaide on this side are a little quiet. King will be a little better. Phuket Walk says night mode 30 seems to... 30, the lower the frame rate, the better the picture in low light conditions. But for me, the differences are negligible. I used to record 60 frames per second at night with my old camera, and I would have to denoise it to clean it up. But the Pocket 3 has a big enough sensor.
Do you prefer to do the Pocket 3 or do you like this carrying the gimbal around?
I prefer the Pocket 3. This is just better quality for streaming. As we are approaching Queen Street West, so to the left is out of downtown. That is West Queen West, but we're going to be walking east, so we're going to stick to downtown. Bathurst Street here is the western border of downtown.
Oh, is it?
David Little says, hi, Johnny, mods, and peeps. Hello, David Little. And you have CB2s where you live, right?
Yes. We
Crate and Barrel?
Yep. We have CB2.
It's very much like a West Elm or an EQ3.
Yeah.
Expensive
I
stuff.
personally don't shop here, but it looks pretty nice.
SCB says, who remembers the living room? I've never been there, but I've certainly heard about that place a fair bit. The place I used to go to with my friends was the Boulevard Room. I think we called it the BLVD Club. And I'm pretty sure that was on Peter Street. If it wasn't Peter, yeah, it must have been on Peter.
On this
Sorry.
side.
Thought I either lost Robert or had someone chasing me. Sean says, what's the population of Toronto? I don't know. Toronto Metro is roughly the size of Chicago Metro. They also have a comparable number of skyscrapers. Toronto just surpassed Chicago, but they definitely take the crown in terms of quality and history of skyscrapers.
Don't forget the tallest building in North America right here.
Building,
Well, it was built by human hands, right? I mean, you can still go in it. It's not necessarily similar to other.
that's genuinely debatable if the CN Tower is a building.
Is it?
But I think the consensus among the tall buildings forum is that it is not. They have all these arbitrary rules, like an antenna on top of a building doesn't count towards its height, but like a spire does.
Yes, I heard that before.
So you can cheat. Like the Petronas Towers took the tallest building title from the Sears Tower in Chicago, but their top floor was much lower than the top floor of the Sears Tower. So a lot of people are like, wow, those are the world's tallest buildings. It's like, not really. They're just cheating. That's based on an arbitrary definition.
They do have different definitions. They're kind of all arbitrary, I suppose. But I think
Sort
the
of-
spire's important. It looks beautiful on the CN Tower.
Japanese hot sake. Sir Bob Loblaw says the GTA is 7 million.
7 million in the Metro Toronto area. Wow.
Yeah, but not every city draws its metro area with the same circumference, right? So it's not apples to apples.
Right.
I think American metros tend to be much, much bigger than Canadian metros. But we have what's called the Golden Horseshoe, which includes the whole Niagara region. Ozera says the CN Tower is a straw. It's a very thick straw. I think it's like 10-foot thick concrete. They asked the architects behind it after 9/11 what would happen if a plane hit the CN Tower, and the answer would be, it's like throwing a stick of butter at a knife. There is the Velvet Underground, Paco Versalles, Little Texas, Angry Baby. I don't know who any of those are. Right next to Bar Karma, kind of a dive bar. There's something you don't see in the West Coast. Mushroom stores, right?
No, we do not see
Fun Guys, Magic Mushroom.
So it's 100% legal then in Ontario?
No, it's not.
Oh. Okay.
I don't even think it's
they have these mushroom stores then. Speaking of which, let me give you your super chat.
Oh, we got a in-person super chat.
Sour gummies.
Ooh.
Fun kind.
Wow, thank you so much. Oh, I like this brand.
Yeah, nice.
Thank you so much, Robert, the West Coast Walker.
You can pop them on the Stumble Street.
I might have to have one of these on the Sunday Night Stumbles. It's been a while since I've had a chemical brain-inducing substance.
There's more cannabis dispensaries
That's me,
than there
yeah.
are freaking coffee
Can I have
shops.
a pic?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
But you're going to be on stream in front of 800 people, if that's okay.
That's fine. Yeah, my dad may be watching. Alright, thank you so
Where's the
much.
pizza from?
Burning Pizza. It's like the little food alley down there.
It's
I don't
good?
know. It's kind of small. I've never tried it,
Alright,
but
well.
people say it's pretty good.
Let us know in the comments if it's good.
Alright, yeah. Thank you so much.
Cheers. Supporting local, always good to see. Burning Pizza. Maybe someone in the chat has tried it. There's Rosie's Burgers.
This is a happening area.
Yeah, in a few hours, it'll be a lot more happening. A lot of these bars, there's usually a big queue, right? And a lot of people waiting in this alley.
Really? Is there a nightclub around here?
Yeah, I think this building right here,
Yeah.
and that building right there, Scarlet. But this is
It's Friday night too, so these will be open.
yeah, a lot of places tend not to open. Like it's only 8:30.
Yeah.
No one's even showing up till 10.
They'll be here till 4 probably.
If it's
right?
like a restaurant by day and night, or if they have like a bar that's open, usually they'll be open and they'll transition. But
Yeah.
the places that are purely nightlife oriented don't open till late. Some of them are. This place hasn't opened up yet either. Babies. Some of them are starting to open up. Most of the places on Ossington would be open. Oh, Ken Continuum is here apparently. I see someone saying hi. Ken Continuum says the latest estimates from StatScan have the GTA at 7.8 million and the GTAH at 8.5 million. The Greater Golden Horseshoe is over 10 million.
Nice. Awesome, Ken. Nice to meet you today, my friend.
Oh, you met Ken today?
I did, yeah. Ken stream sniped me, and so did...
Oh, you streamed today.
Yeah, I did. I streamed today, and Liam and Sapan and Yoshi Bro is also my list.
What area did you stream around?
I started at the beaches with Boom Productions and then I walked a little ways down. We walked around that area, and then I took a streetcar to Yonge and Richmond, the 501. That was such a smooth ride. It's such a nice looking streetcar, right? Oh,
Yeah.
man. You guys have some seriously good transportation here.
If you have good, like, if it's a low traffic day along Queen, that's a great way to see the city. Just ride
Yeah.
that Queen streetcar.
It was great. No, I enjoyed that ride. It went fast too. There's a lot of stops, but it was fast.
This place, they have excellent Japanese noodles, raku, across the street. Drew says 10 p.m. is his cutoff. I generally do not do late night drinking unless I'm on vacation in a land far away, or it's like the odd 80s or 90s night I'll go out to. I like to say once a month, but really it's more like once every 2 or 3 months. I went to one where Euro Nation, one of the viewers who was in the chat earlier, might still be, was putting on. That was one of the best ones I'd been to. That was up in Little Italy.
90s music, right? 90s
Yep.
trance.
I think Liam.
Oh yes,
made an
Liam
appearance
was there. Yeah, he did show up. Was yeah. You guys were live streaming right from the place.
Jeff Lepard was doing it on his Travel Fun channel.
That's cool. Well, copyright music's no big deal if you don't monetize, right? That particular stream.
Billy Bull is here. Julia says hello from Brooklyn, New York. I was just watching a video on the Barclays Center. hard not to like stop and look when you see that in a window.
There's a few of these love spots here in the Queen Street. This is a fun area, I think.
Well,
And
this
if
is
it's a little bit run down, so what, right?
Well, that's part of the charm. This is Graffiti Alley. Not as... I've been meaning to come here and make a video or come through here during the day on a live stream. Urination says next one in a couple of months. Hope to see me. Reach out. If I'm in town, I'll probably be down for going. I imagine Jeff will be going as well. Yeah, but this changes. That guy looks like Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, it does, right?
Is that Weird Al? That's...
It could be.
I know that's not Weird Al.
He was not shy about bragging himself.
Jennifer Gala says, nice to be here, ready for the polar vortex next week.
Oh, God.
Hey, bring it on. Nothing wakes you up like a freezing cold walk.
That's true.
Trendy fabrics.
Get over on this side so we can show some stuff. This is a
Is
very
this-
cool area.
Is this trendy? This was always known as like the quote unquote cool area, but that's been shifting further and further west. It used to be between University and probably around Ossington, but it kind of gentrified a whole lot of like big retailers moved in and pushed out the smaller ones. Rents went up, and now recently it's kind of going full circle. H&M and Zara have closed down, and we're seeing some more independent retailers pop up.
And would you say there's a hipster neighborhood? Like, is there a hipster feel here, or?
This would have been, but now hipster is such an overplayed word, but probably Ossington and Dundas, parts of Parkdale. There's a stretch that I would call hipster on the east side, right around like just east of Carlaw on Gerrard.
I feel like I don't know, is the craft beer industry still huge? I know for a while there, like, all the hipsters were drinking it like it's
Yeah.
nobody's tomorrow.
But what's also popular are like cheap domestic beers, right? Like Pabst, PBR.
yeah. Because those highly hopped beers can be a little much after a while, right?
Indeed. There's the CN Tower. I think my favorite brewery in the city is probably Blood Brothers. Why is everyone U-turning here? Oh, no, you can go straight here. It's the U-turn Olympics. Well, I said I was going to go down to Adelaide, but we'll save that for a future stream. I guess we'll just stick to Queen. JD says Fashion District. Formerly the Garment District, where a lot of textile industry was. Jeanette had a couple of quarter pounders at that sketchy McDonald's. Well, it certainly has a reputation for being one of the more interesting McD's.
They have a 24/7 A&W right over there. Couldn't believe that when I saw it.
Next to the Horseshoe. Yeah, I heard you talking about you like a teen burger last night.
Oh, I love a teen burger.
I was only able to tune in for a little bit, but that's
That's the best fast food burger.
we're gonna go north here. The sidewalk's a little wider on the other side. Chinatown, straight ahead on Spadina. We're joined by Mr. Robert Saberwall.
Hello, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe to Johnny Strides, Toronto's greatest live streamer.
I won't dispute that.
And a good all-around dude.
Whoa, why is this car...
Just relax, bro. Like I said, I swear some of these cars think pedestrians are just getting in the way.
I mean, a guy was not looking forward. Foot off the brake, rolling forward into pedestrians.
One of the busiest neighborhoods in Canada.
Well, there's a lot of great streamers here. Certainly Ken, Henry.
Yep.
You met a lot of them earlier today.
Yep.
Tara, she'll
Awesome.
probably be live tomorrow.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of people get together and hang out often. It's more of a group of friends than you'll see in other cities. Like, I know a lot of the ones in New York are friendly with each other and know each other, but I don't think they're as close as a lot of the people here.
I agree. I think it's great that everyone hangs out and is so friendly with each other.
There's where I got my coat.
Oh, is that where you got it?
Yeah.
Looks like a nice store.
It's a very nice store. It's not quite like a Canada Goose level,
Yeah,
but it's also not that level of pricing. It's
Yeah.
kind of like it's a good brand, but it's not an insanely expensive brand.
I like how they have the sidewalk here and then they have another sidewalk there just for the shops.
That's why I chose to walk on the side of Queen Street. It's a little tight over there. But there's Steve's Music Store, an institution.
I just found out today that Sam the Record Man is closed. I couldn't believe that.
Sam, A&A, HMB. There's the Rivoli, where I had my first ever date when I was 16, and I also had a Coors Light on that very night from there.
Really? They just served you?
I was as surprised as you. Like, what's the worst that can happen? They'll kick us out? Let's order it.
Yep. That's awesome.
That was
You
also
do it
the
with confidence, they might just think, hey, you've probably done it before.
That was also the first time I ever had pad thai and the first time I ever used chopsticks. I made a deal with the girl I was with. She proposed it. If you can eat that whole bowl of chopsticks or that whole bowl of Thai noodles with chopsticks, I'll pay for the meal. I was like, you're on. I was determined to do it, and I did. I'm sure my form was absolutely terrible, as it still is, even after living in Asia, but
I only learned how to use them about a year or two ago.
there's Mountain Equipment Co-op. Word of the day says, was the girl in her 20s? Yeah, when I was 16, I was dating a 20s. No, same age. I think the waiter just had a I don't give an AF vibe to her.
Drinking was a lot more common in the 90s. I'm not saying that was from the 90s. That could have been 10 years ago. I don't know how old you are.
That was 1996 or 1997, actually. Scott Hodgins says, good night, I'm off. Thank you for tuning in. There's some weird jagged metal art. But thank you. Oh, we're at 817 viewers.
Welcome, everyone.
Yeah, I was going to go live tomorrow instead of tonight, and then I realized I've got something going on, so I'm not sure when or if I can even get out. And I was feeling like shit today, but I decided to go out, make a video, and then live stream if I was up to it. David Little, 9 months, are we going to allow Trump to annex Canada? Thank you, David Little, for the 9 months of channel membership, and I will maintain anyone is positively batshit insane and demented if they think there's even a remote chance of that happening. The vast majority of Americans don't even want that. As Mr. Carney said, you can be friends with benefits, US. We'll give you that. Here's where Zara used to be. Marcello, $2 for the Black Bull pub. Oh, I forgot to point out, but every place that you're bringing up is gone. The Black Bull pub, which claimed to be the oldest pub in the city, but it was not, has closed down. Thank you for the Real, but it is now Score on Queen. Fortunately, the group that runs Score on King purchased it, or that property, or they took it over, and they opened up another pub in that same spot. It's kind of the best case scenario would be someone continuing to operate it as the Black Bull. Second best scenario, someone opens up a new pub in that spot. We've lost a lot of institutions and long-standing businesses, and that got accelerated with COVID. It's good to see at least we didn't lose something on that corner.
Steakhouse. Is that any good?
Never been, but Mazika is always lined up. What's that?
Even when it's this cold,
Gelato
you'll get
place
gelato.
across the street? Yeah. What area are you staying in?
So just down the street from here. I might
I'm probably
let you move on here.
gonna keep. Well, it's up to you, but I was gonna say I'm probably just going this way.
You're going this way, yeah. No, it's. I'll walk another block or so.
I'm heading towards the Young Line. You went to Nathan Phillips Square, I take it?
Yes, went to Nathan Phillips. I like the look of City Hall. What do you think?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's got this is what someone in the 1950s thought the future would look like vibe to it.
It does, yeah. I like the curvature. It's not blocky. It's it's brutalist, but still.
Marcelo, $2 Korean barbecue. The Korean barbecue house, I think, is still just up here on the left. Thank you for the $2. My camera wouldn't flip around there. I think it's just up here on the left. I swore off that place. I went there, and having lived in Korea before, they charged for kimchi. I'm like, this is a very un-Korean restaurant thing to do. And then they stirred my bibimbap for me in front of me. They didn't even ask. I'm like, what the heck is this? Then I was so weirded out by that. I asked, is this a Korean-owned restaurant? And the waiter was like, no, it's not. Is there a problem? I was just like, this is a very un-Korean restaurant experience.
Usually they give a number of free appetizers, not just kimchi.
There
right?
was a period when I was in Korea where there was a big kimchi shortage because they had a bad crop. And some restaurants were charging for kimchi and others were offering alternatives. But some of them just brought in a bunch of cabbage from China and they made kimchi out of it. And it wasn't the same, but they're still trying everything to keep it free and keep it plentiful, even during a rough period.
And these are all electric, right? All the streetcars?
Yep, they got their... Not all of them have that overhead. I forget what you call that, but this is always a nice view looking south down.
That's just a gorgeous view of the CN Tower right there, folks.
Looking south down Duncan. Oh, there's the Korean grill house. The not so Korean grill house, I used to call it. And there's Ginger. Love me some ginger. A nice bowl of beef noodle soup.
I get this stuff every day.
They had a location right near where Sam the Record Man used to be on Yonge Street. That closed down. But they've got one up at Yonge and Bloor. I think they've got one on Church. And they've got one here. And it used to be a very, very inexpensive place to eat. Now it's not that cheap anymore, but it's still good.
Well, maybe I'll head back.
All right, well, Robert Saberwall, everyone, thank you so much for... maybe I'll have one tonight.
Fire it up.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thank you. For
And
all your hard work for all these years, for giving us wonderful
Well,
free content.
thank you
my
for
friend.
supporting. I hope you enjoy the city and wherever you're off to next. I hope it's fun.
It will be.
All right, take care, Robert.
Take care, Johnny.
Cheers.
See you, folks.
Friendly dude. Sounds like he went live earlier today. as we walk by the Rex. I think that's a place Jeanette was a fan of. As Jeanette says, the Rex, great jazz. There's a hotel up there too, isn't it? A little jazz room and hotel all in one. There's a new-ish Starbucks. Phoenix Rising says, are you getting stoned tonight? Do you call it getting stoned if you have a gummy? I don't know. I feel like I still have a video that I have to edit and get all ready to go live tomorrow morning. After that, I'll probably be ready to pass out. But if not, maybe I'll pop a gummy. Maybe I'll have one on the Sunday night stream. That's very nice of Robert. Jeanette confirming the Rex is also a hotel as we cross University Avenue. In a second. I haven't had like the store-bought gummies in a while. I ordered mine online last time using some Bitcoin that is now worth way more than what I used to buy the weed with. From what they call a mom, an independent retailer that ships it to you through old-timey mail. Marcelo, CN Tower known as the Jetson House, another $2. Thank you so much for the support. Glad you're enjoying the live stream. And here we are at an hour and 9 minutes. And I said we're only going to go for an hour or so tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Todd says, gummy love. Johnny, have you caught on to the Swedish candy trend yet? No. Michael Burton says, any big snowstorms yet? No, we haven't had a single big snowstorm yet. That was my biggest live stream of January last year. I think it ended up getting over 200,000 views. This is when I went out during an actual snowstorm. We've had some like snow falls, but nothing you would call a snowstorm or a winter storm. It's been damn cold at times, but for the most part, the streets have looked kind of like this. A little bit of snow here and there. Now, the last time I went past Nathan Phillips Square, they were kicking everyone off the ice. Sir Bob Loblaw says that was a brutal storm. Yeah, we went to Dufferin Street where the city buses were all stuck. Knowing my luck, the next time we get a big storm like that, I'll be sitting on a beach wishing I was here, ironically. I'm sure Ken or someone will get out and record it. Am I streaming tomorrow during the deep freeze? Unlikely. I've got something to do by day and by night. I was actually originally going to stream late afternoon tomorrow, but decided to do today instead. There's New City Hall. All right, Jeremy Joseph, good night. Lisa says the deep freeze isn't until Sunday later. That sounds like it'll just cook your batteries if you're out live streaming. Although we're doing pretty good today. We're at 40%. That's how you know it's not that cold. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to mute the audio. I apologize, because we're going to pick up a copyright match for sure. But we'll go get a close look at the skating. Jellybean, thank you, but there will be no Aqua Lounge tour. But thank you for 29 months of membership. Sorry guys, I have to mute it due to the music that they're playing here. I was hoping the song would be over by now, but it keeps going. Sorry about that. All right, I think the song has finally ended. As we look over the skating surface here at Nathan Phillips Square. My mute microphone button is right next to my end stream button. I have to be extra careful. Hey, it's 9 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Wave at the nice driver for yielding.
That's with this.
That's old at City Hall. Wesley says bong. Trish says cool bells. As we look south down Bay Street. Marcelo, welcome to Silver Tier. You've sent half dozen super chats. Now you've joined channel membership. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining the ranks of channel membership. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Whoa, nobody needs to see it zoomed in on me like that. We're in wide angle. I gotta move where that end stream button is. Paul Blunt, don't know about anyone else, but I'm having a ball. Is that a song? Oh, you didn't put musical notes, so I guess that's not. Thank you. Thank you, Paul Blunt, for the $2.79. Randy Ruck says, sounds like Hell's Bells starting. This construction on the right is for the Ontario line. This will apparently be clogged up for 4 years. Although in Metrolink's time, that translates to roughly eternity. Queen Station on the left, Yonge Street coming up. We're gonna go north, maybe just up to Yonge and Dundas. Trish Colbert says, I always enjoy your streams. You are awesome. You don't have to lie, Trish, but I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. As we go north up Yonge Street, there's something about in between here, probably to Gerrard, that just has amazing lighting. It's really cool around twilight, especially just after the rain. Got some Blade Runner vibes going on. There's the Elgin and Winter Garden. Sir Bob Blablaws, it hasn't met any of its timelines until it opens on time. That's the only metric that matters. They're what, 5 years late on the Crosstown, 4 years late on the Finch LRT, and counting, since we have no idea when either one will open. I think it's safe to assume public-private partnerships do not work when it comes to transit building. The TTC was shit on for their extension of Line 1 up to York University. But compared to Metrolinx, they did a bang-up job. There's no question which agency is more capable of building transit infrastructure. And that says a lot, given that the TTC can't even get a train from Eglinton to Yonge and Bloor in less than 30 minutes.
They get a voice of the customer that says 1 out of 10. What do you think about that?
Jeanette, $5 for a snacky to go with your gummies. Whoa. I knew I should have fixed that zoom. Thank you, Jeanette, for the $5. Definitely appreciated. Sir Bob Blah says Finch can open, but they want to open both at the same time. That logic makes absolutely no sense. What would be the benefit to that? And they use different cars. One is Alstom, and I think the other is Bombardier. So it's not like the crews are cross-trained on both lines. It's just good old-fashioned corruption and incompetence in both cases. It's the type of thing where there should be people in jail. Instead, they're getting nice big bonuses. All right, let's cross here rather than walk through a bunch of scaffolding. It's a very interesting Burger King, by the way. If you ever have a meal there and just do some people watching, you will be able to say you've seen some shit. Yeah, we're not going up to Yugget Egg. Are you below on snow this year? I don't know, but anecdotally it feels like it. If this is in line with our historical average, I'd be a little bit surprised. I wonder if they're redoing the whole facade at the old Nordstrom's. And Italy is going in, as well as a Simon's and probably some other retailers. Cam likes the upper level at that BK, just the right amount of sketch. I literally had someone sit across from me in a booth and said, "I'm not leaving until you buy me a meal."
It's the opposite.
I was like, "That's fine. I'm done mine. Goodbye." I've seen people harassing the employees there, asking for free meals. Like I said, if you want to do some people watching, that BK is a good spot. She's probably on her way to Burger King. Hey, look, it's Dundas Square. It's the lavish limo. Someone chopped a Hummer in half, stretched it out, and put it back together. Zine says Yonge Street overall equals interesting watch times. And it also conveniently aligns with the side of line 1 I need to take to get home. Makes a good starting and or stopping point. Mac Miller out now. But I want to thank everyone who tuned in tonight. I want to thank our mods. I saw Sheena here, Vivian, and Marge. Thank you so much, guys. I want to thank Patreon supporters, channel members. Welcome to, I think, Leandro and Marcelo, who joined channel membership tonight. Jennifer Gallus says this limo looks better than Mark Carney's. I think we should have a PM who is humble enough not to ride in a limo. That's what I'll base my vote on. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in and everyone who watched. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell to be notified when I go live next. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. There'll be a premiere tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. EST, providing I can get that one ready to go tonight. There'll be another one Sunday morning, 9 a.m. EST, and I'll be going live Sunday night on the Johnny Stumbles channel, most likely at 8 p.m. So head over there, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of that. And of course, emergency sirens to close out the night. That's how we started the stream. And there's a very good chance that ambulance is just going to stop right at Victoria Street. Well, that one's it's continuing. It's probably, sorry. That lady had her head buried in her phone and just walked full speed into my backpack. I know she's not a pickpocket because she had a phone in her hands. If someone bumps you, definitely make sure all your valuables or your wallet and phone and keys are still where they should be. But she just she was in La La Land, walking with her head down, and just walked straight into me. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. I will catch you on the next one. Yoink. Reguito. I was just about to put my phone away, and we're bringing this one back from the dead. Reguito, 279. Thank you, Reguito, for the super chat. This is going to be it. No more super chats. I'm going to turn it off for good now. Thank you, Reguito, and have a good night, guys. Yoink.